what is up, everybody? Welcome back to an episode of Smart Minds, Good Times. Today I have a very special guest. Sammy, say what's up, bro.
Hey, how you doing, Brian? Thanks for having me, man.
Yes, sir. I'm not doing too bad, but how's your day going?
Oh, man, it's going well. It's so cold. My chest hairs are coming out. They're hard. And it's so cold, man. I can't survive in this weather.
Yeah, no, I got cold like last week, right?
Yeah, bro. I don't know what's this, like, thunderstorm. My, like, hands are falling off and shit, you know?
Yeah. You've been pretty busy. Like last week when we were supposed to do it, you was out in Washington for a show, right?
Yeah, I've been going to D.C. more, man. Trying to do more Middle Eastern, more Arab shows for the community, especially with stuff going on right now. They've been wanting to just laugh more and, you know, protests going on. People are not in the best mood. So it's fun to be able to, like, laugh with them and tell jokes and see what works and what doesn't work.
Hey, that's true. I saw one. There was an event where it was just you could say, I don't want to misword it. Was it just an Arabic show?
Oh yeah. I got into a car accident. So
okay.
Yeah, I was on my way to an Arab show in DC. It was at Busboys and Poets. It's this like big library bar, right? And so I was on my way to start the show. 45 minutes before the show starts, I get hit by a Verizon truck. Like it just like goes into my driver's side door and just claws through it. I can't even open the door. But when that happened, I was like, man, I really want to get to this show. This show means a lot to me.
Yeah.
So I didn't even call the cops. We exchanged information. I just like started speeding through it. And that's when I realized, like, man, like I really do care about comedy. If my car got hit, I don't know if this guy's going to pay.
I think other people will probably just like, just deal with that and not even go to the show.
Yeah, because the show is like, what do they pay you? Like $50, $60?
Is that, hey, I'm not sure, but I'm
you
sure.
Know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But where are you from? You're not here from Richmond, are you?
No. I'm originally from Iraq. I was born in Iraq and I lived in the United Arab Emirates my whole life. And I moved to America when I was 18.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I just left the family, moved here to start school. And then I realized, man, like, I came here for the American dream. Like, I did engineering.
Yeah.
And then I was like, man, is this what it's...
Wait, how old are you now?
I'm 25 now.
25. So what was life like growing up? And you said in Iraq. Well, you lived in Iraq first, but then you moved to the United Emirates, right?
Yes. So one thing, Brian, a lot of people have the misconception that George Bush started pronouncing it as Iraq. It's actually pronounced Iraq.
Oh, Iraq.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I said Iraq, right? Okay.
It's all good. Everybody says, even this guy. Everybody.
So it's Iraq.
Iraq, yeah,
Okay.
Iraq, yeah. And so it started. I was born in 1 year. And so then I moved to the United Arab Emirates. People think of it as Dubai. Everybody thinks it's Dubai.
That's what I think about it.
You know what I'm saying? And then I lived in like a regular small town, like very normal life. No Lamborghinis or like, like Russian girls. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The fun stuff, that what you're looking for. And then, moved here like end of December of 2016.
Okay.
And then, then started out, lived in a like small country town. Like Trump flags everywhere.
Yeah.
Like I went from like being around Lamborghinis and Lexus to like pickup truck, guns, shotgun, which is gangster, you know. And then I was like, maybe Trump is right. No. And then transferred to Virginia Tech, where I finished my engineering degree, and I was like, man, this. I started working in cigarettes. I was a cigarette engineer.
Oh, cigarette engineer. How was that?
Yeah. So I was rolling blunts, but
really?
No.
How'd you get into that? Oh.
Marlboro is right across the street. It's
Yeah.
in Richmond. So I was like making flavors. I was a flavor engineer.
Okay.
And then I was like, well, factory work is kind of boring. Then I transitioned to like programming, and then as I'm doing programming, I was like, man, this is like. All these people talk about is, in this weekend, I went and saw the family. Then I went to this brewery. Then I relaxed on the Sunday morning. It's just like, I was like, what's next? Where's the high intensity living? Because this is not worth the 5-6 years.
Programming, is that like coding?
Yeah.
Oh, so you're not doing coding anymore, are you?
I still am, because comedy pays $2 a show. So like you just can't, it's not sustainable until like a long time. But to be honest, I am really happy to do this podcast, because I really do need more Hispanic friends.
Yeah.
And like I realized very quickly, like Hispanics and Arabs have a lot in common.
Yeah, we both like spicy food, no?
Yes, that. And then I see like a lot of Hispanics and Arabs would date, but they wouldn't get married.
Really?
Yeah,
Is that because Arabs are, you know, I know their religion and their marriage is a little different.
uh-huh.
Is that the reason why?
It's it's kind of like a lot of people are like, oh, you gotta marry Arab, stuff like that. And then there's the cultural differences that are religious and lifestyle and stuff. And I think most people are like, okay, I can't marry my Hispanic girlfriend because my family is not gonna be cool with it.
Yeah.
But I had a cousin who is from Iraq,
Okay.
and had a girlfriend who's from Honduras.
Okay.
And he wanted to, things were not going well, so he wanted to break up with her.
Okay.
And she was like, look, listen, I'm from Brooklyn, I'm gangsta, I'm gonna get my cousins to beat you up.
Oh, if they broke up?
So now they're happily married. And
Oh shit.
the Hispanic women, I'm from Brooklyn.
Yeah.
They do this, that means they probably will kill you.
Oh yeah, they'll probably shank you. You got forced into marriage.
That's very Honduran behavior. You know what I'm saying?
No, see, I'm Mexican, so the one thing about Hispanic people,
Yeah.
you could tell when you see other Hispanic people, you could tell exactly where they're from the first sentence and how they say it.
Yeah.
It's
Is
like
that where you're from?
Yeah, I'm Mexican. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I was born here, but I have Mexican background family.
Okay.
I'm first generation.
Okay.
But,
okay.
What was life like? What was school like growing up in in Iraq? Like, what was the schools over there like?
So yeah, didn't get a chance really to go to school there. Like I was born in '98, left in '99, and then in the Emirates, I was my family wanted me to learn English, so they put me like through a Catholic school, like an English Catholic school, which it was very difficult because you're like every subject is in English and it's not your native language.
Yeah.
So like it was very intensive and stuff, and that's how I was able to like get my English up to speed. So when I moved here, it wasn't that hard of a transition. It was still a cultural difference, but like the language part, you're like, okay, I'm trying to figure out what a deductible means, like what are taxes and stuff like that.
They don't have taxes out in the United Emirates, right?
No.
It's tax free.
I mean,
United Emirates, it's a country, correct?
Yes.
So it's a tax free country, right?
I mean, honestly, stuff has changed now. Like, if you're a citizen, you don't get taxed, but if you're a non-citizen, which is all of us, you do get taxed. It's like a weird system, like where they're trying to.
It used to not be like that because a lot of investors would go out there, right?
Exactly. Yeah. How do you know about that?
Because I've looked into going to Dubai too.
Oh shit. Yeah, because back in the day, how the country started was like just a big desert.
Yeah.
And they found out that they got oil, so. And I think it was before they found out or after they found out. What they did is they did no tax-free for businesses.
Okay.
So all these businesses from China came in and started like developing and building in the country. And that's how they were able to like go from like complete desert to this like beautiful just
city.
You
know, I saw
so
like
much prostitutes.
I saw a video like there's like a real like the beautiful city, but right next to it there's like a bunch of like not exactly camps but like small like tents.
Sweatshop vibes.
Yeah,
dude. Yeah, you really looked into.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You're trying to hire a bunch of people.
I was thinking about where I should go live in the future. I was looking into Dubai.
I totally understand that, man. So yeah, man. So like it's a flashy country. It really is. And everything is pristine and clean, but there's always like a price to pay. Like, how do you get that, right? So there has to be some people that are not doing well at all. And so they would put these like workers from like Southeast Asia, like 6 people in one room, and they're like circle jerking each other off just to pass time. But they're good people, they're hard workers.
But so what made you want to come here though?
I wanted to be drowning in coochie, bro. No. I thought that was gonna happen. I thought like, man, I'm gonna move to America. It's all gonna be pussy everywhere.
Yeah.
We can curse here, right?
Oh, anything goes.
Oh, God forbid. So I got I was like, I'm gonna get all the ladies and they're gonna jump on me and twerk and stuff. Found out it's very hard to acquire a lady.
A good lady, at least.
Yeah.
A good lady.
Sure.
Yeah.
A nice Puerto Rican lady.
Yeah.
To say the least.
Out there, right? Can you date order or is it strictly marriage?
You can date. Matter of fact, I was in my high school. I was probably the only guy that dated publicly. Like not only guy, but like I would walk in the mall with a girl. We were 16.
Yeah.
And people would stare at us. It was a little bit like they're getting there. Yeah, they were like, "Oh, who are these guys?" Or like, "Is his girlfriend? She's probably not Arab because she wouldn't walk with like they wouldn't do this publicly. Now stuff's changing, you know. People are like getting more westernized, you know, with stuff. And
but I think like the United Emirates is like one of the last like very traditional countries.
Yeah,
they do have certain, I guess you could say, laws most people here wouldn't like, but it keeps it traditional. Like they don't have you can't do PDA. But right, you can't.
Damn, dog, you really did that.
I did my homework. Like you can't drink or smoke at all. Whatever,
Yes.
right?
You can't smoke weed. Yeah. Weed, no. You can smoke hookah publicly outside the mall. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so normal to smoke cigarettes everywhere, but drinking is so frowned upon. Whereas in this country, it's the other way around.
Yeah.
You can smoke cigarettes.
What's like a crazy story, or maybe like a childhood memory? It could be a funny story, embarrassing story, crazy story.
I'm trying to remember like funny stuff.
Oh, you're not Emirates.
Okay, yeah. All right, man. I told my mom I was gonna go stay over at my friend's place.
Okay.
And I didn't. We took a bus to Dubai. It was like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
We're like, fuck it, we're going to Dubai. And so we went there. We hung around in Jumeirah Beach Resort, like all this like beach and like beautiful malls and stuff. And it got really late. It was like around 2, 3 a.m. And we're just walking. It's just us. It's safe. No one's gonna mess with you. And we had no idea what to do. So we went to the taxi drivers and we just kept fucking with them. We're like, you got weed? You got ganja? And they're all Indian, so they were like, no ganja, no ganja. They're like, I'm gonna get deported. And then one of them was like, you know what? Like, I see you guys want to have fun. I'm gonna take you to a place. He didn't tell us nothing.
Oh shit.
And it's all meter. These taxis, like, they charge by the meter. And I was like, where are we going? He's like, just don't worry. I don't trust taxis when they say don't worry because they might take you somewhere and beat the, you know what I'm saying? Like, beat the fuck out of you. So anyway, he drove us to this cafe. It's called a cafe. It's a hookah bar that's open 24/7.
Okay.
And the Sheikh Zayed Road is like this very famous like interstate. And right off of it is a bunch of like shopping malls and stuff. There was this cafe called Ayush Cafe. You should check it out. Ayush.
Okay.
So it's an open cafe. It's like an open space. It's like whatever, like $60 minimum table.
Okay.
Nothing classy, but you walk in. I was 16 at the time. I looked like this when I was 16.
Okay.
All right.
So you look like you were older than 16.
I got a beard. Yeah. Yes. Exactly. So I walk, and there's like Russian ladies like outside the cafe. Just walks up to me.
Yeah.
And is like, "Hey, how you doing? You look good." I was like, what? Like, this never happens. She starts flirting with me. I was like, this is awesome. Maybe I am an attractive person. I'm 16. You have no idea. Like, maybe I am good looking. I'm, 5'8". Maybe I am. Back in the day, I'm 5'9" now, which makes all the difference.
Oh, yeah, the extra inches helps a
yeah,
lot.
bro,
Yeah.
especially with, like, Arabs and Hispanics, it makes all the difference.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Nah,
not this guy. Not this motherfucker. Fucking NBA over here. Anyway, so she starts flirting with me. I have friends. My friend with me and his cousin was there. And I was like, so what do you do for a living? Where do you work? And, in Dubai, if a lady says, I work for the embassy, she does not work for the embassy.
She's a prostitute?
Yeah, dude. Favorite group of people. I love that shit, dude. I just love that fucking whatever lifestyle. Whatever. I don't do it. But we sat at that table, so my friend was really intrigued by this lady.
Yeah.
He still didn't know what's going on. He still thought, like, this lady wants to hang out with us. So we sit at this table. He starts talking to her. And then she goes up to him. She's like, okay, 1,000. He's like, 1,000? Angelina Jolie, not 1,000. 500.
1,000. What currency is there over there?
That's dirhams. So that's about $300.
Oh, that's still a lot.
Yeah. I mean, for Russian coochie, though, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Russian?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Okay. I mean,
you haven't changed his mind. You already got a race in mind already.
Probably not often you get Russian girls out there, baby. Who knows?
Yeah, you get everything there, bro.
Oh, yeah.
That's the best part of the country is like every single person from every reject moves there. If they're good looking, they just work in bars and stuff and they make money if they couldn't make it in America. It's crazy. Like, there are some really good looking people that have no credentials in the States and they move there and they start doing like bottle service jobs or like stuff like that. And
Cash
they just
jobs?
Not cash. It's just like the country wants to be westernized so bad.
Okay.
They'll take white people. They'll take any white, blonde, you know what I'm saying?
If I go over there, they'll probably think I'm Arab, right?
Yeah. Bro, yeah.
But like,
they're going to pay you way less. This podcast won't even operate.
That's really how it goes?
They pay you based on your like national, like basically, yeah. They pay you, yeah. So
I didn't
there's
know
no, and that's the best part about America is they say we don't discriminate on gender, race, sex, all this stuff. That over there, man, they discriminate on everything.
But like, if I wanted to move over there, how hard is it to become a resident over there?
You can be you're an American citizen, right?
Yeah.
Bro, they'll take you, kiss you in the face, hug you.
Yo, because I've been wanting to move somewhere. Like, is
You've
it
been
hard?
wanting to leave, huh?
Yeah, is it hard to get a job over there?
Man, I left. Labor laws are at 18, so you can't work under. So I left without even knowing what the job market's like.
Okay.
As an American, you're not gonna have a tough time.
Okay.
Yeah, especially like in this like podcasting space and things like that.
Yeah.
If you can build contacts, you'd be so much better off if you move in there and know some people, or just go there and say fuck it, you know.
Yeah, I might have.
I don't wanna, you know what I'm saying?
Shit, I'm gonna have to look into that. I'll probably. What's one of like the, you know, like over here people tell you like go into the trades.
Yeah.
What's like one of the better career options you can
Selling
take over
coke.
there? I mean, I bet I'll pull up in my Lamborghini too.
To be honest, man, there's a lot of like people that trade oil stock.
Yeah.
And that's limited to the native nationals, the citizens. There's a lot of people that do real estate. There's a lot of people that like manage construction. There's a lot of people in hotels. And that's when I was last there.
Yeah.
A lot of shit changed now. They're doing social media. They're doing everything you see in LA and stuff.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know exactly, to be honest. I'm no longer connected to that world. Like when I left, I was like, I want this place to be my home. I understand this culture more. I like this culture more. It's more accepting for people like me. So,
you know, it's crazy how people like, you know, where from United Emirates want to come here, and people from over there want to come there.
Yes. So that happens. That's like if you're, because once you become a U.S. citizen, everybody wants to like try something else.
Yeah.
But this is my goal, for example, is to like get it here, make it here, and then do whatever. So, yeah, dog. Most people are like trying to move to a country that like makes them feel like they belong, and if you're living in an Arab country that's not yours, you cannot become a citizen of that country.
You can't go at all.
No.
Okay.
Very hard, unless you're like this extremely famous singer or soccer player, and you get like it's like a royal, and the sheikh comes in and puts his hand on your head or something, and
it's like
makes you blow him.
That it's the privilege, right?
Yeah, it's the nationality comes with a lot of privileges.
Okay.
Like being able to own land and easily, and you're granted certain rights that you probably wouldn't get in any other country.
Oh, really? Like you know one for example?
Yeah, so like for example, like an Emirati citizen, they could if you start a business. So Brian, you start SMGT Dubai. Let's say we call it SMGT Dubai.
Yeah.
You got to get an Emirati sponsor. This person is just going to sponsor your business, and they take 50%.
Oh, really?
And they don't do shit. So SMGT makes 100,000, for example.
Yeah.
He takes 50, just for you to be able to say I own a business.
Really?
Now, some people work around it by negotiating with this person. Maybe they know an Emirati, and they're like, okay, let's do 30, 25 or something. But there is a tax. That's how citizens have a lot of leverage in the country. They sometimes, when you get married, you get land in the desert for farming camels and goats. That could be very lucrative. You know, camels are a very expensive commodity. And you also get like easy access to, like, if you want to build a house, loans are easy. If you want to get a car, everybody owns a Lexus and a Land Cruiser, and they can't even afford it. So that's how they keep the people kind of suppressed with like a dictatorship.
You know, one thing too, Toyotas, and one thing I was reading the other day, Toyotas in other countries are like Lamborghinis here, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Over there, the Land Cruiser, everybody's got a Land Cruiser. And it's like the brand new one, the $80,000 one, V8, 5.7 liter engine, full body kit. No, the Toyotas there are like, the Land Cruisers there are like Camrys here.
Okay.
Or Honda Accords here.
Yeah.
Everybody's got. Yeah, so it's like that. You really looked into the Emirates, man. You're the first Mexican who's like, man, I want to.
No, I'm being serious. Like I was looking into Canada and like Dubai, because I really want to. I'm thinking about moving somewhere. Like I don't know if I want to live here. I don't know.
You don't want to live in Richmond?
In the U.S. I don't know.
All right.
I mean, I would, but
it.
I don't know. I feel like it'd be cool to live in a foreign country too, because I'm already a citizen here.
your whole life. This is all you know,
Yeah.
bro. Fuck it. If you have these aspirations, leave.
It's
Have
just-
fun.
Yeah, but you know the whole hard part is like I gotta get a job out there.
Yes.
Yeah, I could probably find a job before even going.
What are your credentials? What'd you do before starting this podcast, or what do you do?
I do electrical work,
Okay.
but besides that, I don't got much experience. I'm 18, so.
Oh,
I
what?
can't- Yeah.
He's 18. You're 18.
Yeah, I don't got a work experience or nothing.
Damn, dog. I thought he's 32. I thought you had 8 kids, 3 baby mamas. Fucking brand new maroon Silverado or something.
Not that, bro.
That's
nah.
racist. But
Yeah, no, but I mean, like, shit. I don't know if it'd be hard to get a job out there.
to be honest, man,
Is it hard to get a good wage out there?
since we're different nationalities, I can't even gauge that answer.
Yeah.
But it's funny that you said you wanted to move to Canada, because when I first got to the country here, I wanted to move to Canada because Trump did the travel ban on Muslims, and Iraq was one of the countries.
Okay.
And it says you're not allowed to travel into, what's it called, the U.S.
Okay.
But I was already there, and I was like, man, if this is where I'm starting, and it's starting off bad,
Yeah.
maybe I should move to Canada.
Or are you? Well, I mean, I don't mean to put your business out there, but is it like, do you have a residency? Like,
No, I came in as a foreign student.
Okay,
so I'm not really a resident of this country.
oh, okay. So if it's one of those things that if you did go to Canada, you wouldn't probably be able to come back type.
Exactly.
Okay, that makes sense.
Man, you know so much, dog.
Well, I'm Mexican.
Damn.
We the same boat.
Is this ice, bro? This is ice. You know what I'm saying? So, dog, the reason I didn't want to move to Canada was I was like, okay, I need to move to Canada. It's the logical decision. It's
Yeah.
so easy to immigrate there. They want immigrants. They're going to give you the PR, green card.
Yeah.
Then I was like, there's no famous TV shows in Canada.
They got Drake and The Weeknd. That's about it.
Yeah, and Norm Macdonald, who's like this old school comic.
And I don't even know who that is.
Yeah. Norm Macdonald. Yeah. He knows who he is.
No,
Yeah.
but, I heard taxes are just as bad in Canada though. They're worse than here.
My brother just moved to Vancouver
Yeah.
a month and a half ago, or 2 months ago. He's struggled. He's a dentist, and it's still very hard.
Damn.
Yes.
It-
He used to be in the Emirates,
Okay, so
making shit money.
making shit money. Now he's in Vancouver.
He's in Vancouver now. He's got to like redo school. But when he was in the Emirates as an Iraqi citizen, he was making about $1,800 as a dentist
A week,
a month.
$1,800. But
$2,000,
what
maybe
does-
$3,000.
what does that get you? Like, does that get you an apartment out there?
It does. You can live a normal life, but
Okay.
you're not wealthy.
Okay.
Like, I would say, man, with commission and everything, $3,000. And I was like, what? Like, you're a dentist.
Yeah.
Here they make like $350 a year, bro.
Oh yeah, yeah.
300.
But school is expensive. You know, that's one thing. Do
That's
they
what-
charge for college out there?
Yes, they charge a lot actually, and you get a degree there, and you can't even work in most other nations, especially with doctors. Doctors are weird. You can't work
Okay.
in, like, if you're a doctor in this country, you gotta do school again in that country. In America, you pay a lot of money, but you can work anywhere in the world.
Yeah.
No one's gonna say, "Oh, your degree's not good enough" or something, or stuff like that. So that's the fun part.
Benefit. Okay.
Yeah, that's
You know, so what you got here? Actually, you say you do programming now, but like, how did you get into programming? Did you get a degree in that?
Not really. So I studied manufacturing engineering
Yeah.
at Virginia Tech. So manufacturing, factory work person, basically. I did it for a few months, and then I was like, man, I can't.
At
I
the
don't-
Philip
I don't-
Morris, right?
Yeah, I
Uh-huh.
don't like steel toe boots.
Yeah.
Like, I smell like Black and Mild Jazz, which is cool.
Mm-hmm.
Every day I go back home from work. But then I joined, they put me in a boot camp.
Okay.
Basically, like, engineers who are from different backgrounds or people from different backgrounds, they put you through a boot camp and then you start working with them. So that's what I'm doing right now.
Oh, okay. That's nice.
Yes, it is. It is.
Yeah.
I was very lucky to land in that position. And then when I got there, I was like, okay, now I'm in like a more stable place. I can do this. I'd like to try comedy in Richmond.
Yeah.
Now I started comedy in college. My last year of Virginia Tech. It was the year right after COVID. We were all back in the back in school, back in the office, back in school. And I was like, man, I lived a pretty boring life. Because when you're an immigrant, Brian, like, you're trying to, like, walk the straight path. You're not trying to do drugs. You're not trying to, like, drink and drive. You're not trying to do anything that can jeopardize your stay.
Yeah.
So in that comes, like, a very conservative lifestyle. And you're like, okay, I want to do everything right. Then it reaches a point where you're like, I don't think I lived. Because, like, in COVID, I was, like, staring at the wall at home, not doing shit.
Yeah.
Then I was like, man, let's try this out. And then I kept at it. I joined the comedy group or club in Virginia Tech, the Comedy Conglomerate, shout out. And kept doing that and then moved to Richmond. Dog, so I did comedy in in Blacksburg. The college kids, they're like, oh, yeah, that's funny. I'll be saying racist shit. You know what I'm saying? It was funny. Oh, yeah, bombs. I moved to Richmond. I find out that I am not funny at all. Because when you're doing it in front of adults, like people who have lives and have seen shit, they're like, fuck this guy. This guy's not funny. He's a 18, like a kid. Like, what is he gonna tell me?
Yeah.
Then it was like ramping back up. It's like starting from zero, doing comedy again in Richmond, and then now I run my own show here in Carytown at the Reveille, and been on and off, like doing shows in Richmond, my show in Richmond, and then more shows in DC.
Okay, so you host your own show? Is it like a weekly thing?
It's a monthly, it's a monthly show. I kind of bring in comics who are local, and I try to get comics from DC. Last one, I got Yesh Malik from New York, and it's kind of fun because it's like a fun room. It's like this purple lighting, and there's skeletons everywhere, and it's like a classy wine bar, and it took a while to build it to the right comedy audience because it used to be very like preppy rich people with like a stick up their ass and like Monument Avenue. I'm from Monument Avenue, and it's tough to get people like that to laugh. But then you get comedy audiences a little bit, and the shows get more fun and they're packed, and everybody's sitting in close with each other, and people are finding dates and having sex after. So I like when I help people have intercourse. Have you ever used the word intercourse, Brian?
No, I have not. I feel like that's a very virgin thing to do.
It is very virgin to use the word intercourse. I actually use the word intercourse like on a date, like with a lady, a human lady. Yeah. And I would go out with her, mostly human lady. And I would go out with her.
Wait. Mostly human.
We don't need to get into that, but mostly human women. And I would use like, hey, I'm not big on intercourse or something. And when I use that word, because I like big flashy words, I like really cool, like I like, oh yeah, I know good English, and then they never have sex with me after.
you're too proper.
Yeah. Which in my mind is like, if she doesn't want the proper, fuck it.
Yeah. So have you ever been to Basic City?
Yes.
So you performed there?
That's so funny you ask, because I was hanging out with my coworkers. That's when I first started my like corporate job at Capital One. And I was hanging out with coworkers, and I brought my coworkers with me to the show. I was like, hey guys, there's this open mic where I can do my jokes. Yeah. Come with me. I come in. I had no fucking clue. You stand there and they shit on you while you're telling jokes.
Yeah, and then the crowd shits on you too.
Oh, the crowd defecates on you. And then my coworkers are witnessing this like butchering happening to me. And I'm just standing there laughing at shit, dude. And then I go out and I was like, hey guys, this is great. And then they never came to my comedy show.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it took like 2-3 months. I was like, guys, you should come to this next one. They're like, oh, is it gonna be good or are you gonna suck after this?
See, this thing though, I feel like if you can do good at Basic City, you could probably do good anywhere.
Right.
Because it's like a comedian boot camp basically.
Well, I mean, I would I guess you could say that, but like most places, you actually get to try your jokes. Yeah. Like when you write a joke, you're sitting down and you're like, okay, how do I make this funny? All right, I went to the barber shop. How do I make this funny? And you're sitting down and you're writing and you're writing and writing, and then you have to practice this in a certain cadence, or you're like, maybe I'll freeball it. So you kind of have like this series of how the joke should work. Yeah. So you need a place where you can actually try the joke. If you try the joke and you're like immediately getting shit on, you're going to assume the joke sucks. But the joke doesn't suck. It's because you were interrupted. So you can't, it can help you like maneuver rough situations, but it's not like a place where you're like trying to start, like you're like starting telling jokes.
Okay.
If anything, I would discourage someone from starting there like immediately. You'd better off start like somewhere where, because your confidence would be shut down immediately. You're like, I suck.
You think it could go both ways? Like if you can handle the pressure there,
right?
Your confidence will be so good you can handle a silent crowd instead.
I mean, I guess you could say that, to be honest, man. I guess you could say that. A lot of times I went there, I couldn't do comedy. Yeah. So I was like, okay, maybe I should just focus on open mics, focus on getting my jokes straight, focus on knowing how to get the crowd on my side, how to stand right. Like it takes so much years to understand how to stand as a human being. Yeah. Yeah. Because that's
you also don't want to be the guy that's just like this in front, like, you know, the mic stand. You don't want to be like this the whole time. Like,
hello there, ladies. I like that old lady in the front.
Yo, do you remember your first ever show?
Yeah.
How did that go? Were you preparing for it, like in a bathroom mirror?
Man, when I first started, man, I was like deciding the jokes. Like I was treating it like an open mic. It was a show, but it was like when I first started, like we had weekly, like twice a week. No, every 2 weeks we had one show in college at this bar called the Milk Parlor in Blacksburg. Okay. And we go there, the folks from the comedy club, and we go there and we try out jokes, or we do our jokes, and I was doing my jokes. I don't remember what I said. Like, it's all just a big hate. Like, I don't remember. When I go on stage, I don't remember what happens after. It's like somebody hits you with a frying pan when you get off. You're like, what did I just do here?
You just so in the moment? Or
you're in the moment. It's like your brain is working on overdrive. It's trying to find what's the next joke. When you're new, you're like, what's the next joke? How do I get them to like me? They didn't laugh. What should I do? So you're constantly in this, like, I'm shitting myself. Like
you gotta stay, like, it's like you just your brain keeps running.
Right, your brain's running.
And I feel you on that. It's like when I first started the podcast, you know, sometimes on here, some guests don't bring a lot of conversation. So I'm always wondering in my head, like, what can I ask them next? What can I ask them next?
Yes,
it's
I'm
like
sure.
that.
I'm sure. Yeah. I hope you don't feel that way now.
No. Like there's some guests that it's like, you know, it's kind of hard to like. Yeah. I ask all the right questions. I just don't get a long enough response.
Yes, or they're really boring.
So it's hard to work with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no. I understand, man. I understand. Like, especially, how long have you been podcasting?
6 months now.
6 months.
Yeah. But you know, we're actually thinking about like maybe just stopping right now too.
Or for real?
Yeah.
Like taking a break?
Oh, like a break, or just stopping completely.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What are you seeing that's not working?
I don't think it's really. I think it's been working good.
Right.
Especially from where we started. I just think it's maybe just
passion.
I think we just. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like we just don't really have maybe like it could be maybe the same passion as like
okay.
Yeah, but
I understand that feeling.
Yeah.
It's funny you say that, because there are so many times that I consider quitting comedy. So many. I mean, so many. And it's one of those things that's like, okay, I'll quit. And then the next day I'm like, I feel like shit. I need to go back and prove to myself I can do it.
Yeah.
Then I do it again and I'm like, okay, that was good. Or maybe it didn't go well. Should I stop? And then again, I'm doing it again, and I'm doing it again, until, in all honesty, I keep doing it because I'm like, okay, this is the thing that I found now. Let me put everything into it, even when it sucks and it's hard.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, comedy can be like soul crushing, because you could see all your friends doing well and you don't do well that night. You're like, nobody likes me, I suck, or things like this. So, may I ask you, do you feel like you're like, oh, this is not going anywhere type thing? Because you grew in 6 months. You started the Instagram 6 months ago, right?
Yeah.
You're 1,200 now.
Yeah.
Instagram followers.
That
is not bad.
Yeah, that's not bad.
That's pretty good, bro.
Yeah.
I'm at 1,900. I've had Instagram for like 8 years, 9 years.
Yeah.
So like, what you're seeing that maybe you want to monetize on it?
I think, you know, and I don't. I think it just came to me too quick. I'm not sure if I want to stop completely.
No mames.
Yeah, no mames. Pero I think.
Pero he got too comfortable,
Yeah.
dog. He's like,
I think,
yeah.
the Spanish came out of me like,
I know,
pero.
right, I know, right.
Yeah, and I was talking to you like, you look Spanish. I'm like, oh shit,
Yeah,
I was about to hit the Spanish on you.
Dog.
Nah, but you know, I'm not sure. I don't think I want to stop completely because, you know, sometimes I think about it like life before the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why I like this maybe isn't so much because I enjoy talking to people. I can't say like this is my favorite thing in the world.
Sure.
But it's like one of those things that before I was doing a podcast, all my free time was just bullshitting off or just drinking. It was
off.
I would go out, and every time I would go out, I would feel like I went out without a purpose. Like
What
wasted
is it? You're going to a bar? How many Modelo's
going to
can
bar.
I keep drinking?
Yeah,
with these
yeah.
guys?
And I'm being serious. Like I would
Uh-huh.
I would go to a bar like 4 times a week, and every time it's like just to waste time because I didn't have anything better to do.
I want to know what bar you go to.
I can't leave the spot. It's not here in Richmond. It's Chesterfield.
Oh, it's in Cancun. Yeah.
Cancun.
All right, no worries. He
Chesterfield.
flies to Cancun to go to the bars.
But you know,
That's how you know he tried to go to Dubai.
at the same time too, though, I feel like
Yeah.
I always, you know, there was times before I felt like stopping, but I was like, I'm too far in to stop
into it.
now.
Yep.
And everybody tells me I am good at it. They see it going somewhere. And so at the same time, I feel like if I were to stop, it would also be one of those things like, what if?
Right.
So
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure.
That's so funny because I share the exact same feelings about
Yeah.
stand-up. Exactly what you were saying. And I had a friend tell me of a comedian. His name is Rami Abu Shahab. He's in Chicago.
Uh-huh.
And we were working in DC together. He said to me, "Oh, is it worth it to find out if it's not it to you?" So when he said it like that, is it worth it to find out that it's not it? That means he's like put in all the work, and then once things are like once you've really put in the work to say, man, like I've put in a lot of work into this. Do I need to keep going? And I think that that's a feeling that comes to you like after continuously repeating this habit of doing it and doing it and doing it and struggling and this sucks, this is boring, I don't want to meet this guest is uninteresting. It's the same with crowds.
Yeah.
I'm in a bad mood. Do I really want to make these people laugh? I don't give a fuck. My mom, I had a fight with my mom today. Do I really want to make people laugh? My girlfriend cheated on, whatever, you know. It's like, it's the same thing with crowds. Like, do I want to be around these people? These people came to pay and I'm like this clown. Basically, you're a clown. You're a paid clown who tells
know,
jokes.
because in a way you do have to, like you said, if you're on a bad day, you do have to kind of put on an act because you already committed to it.
Exactly.
And that has happened here. Like you could say, like you know, today I caught a cold, not a bad one, but we already scheduled once. I didn't want to reschedule on you. I took a pill that I've taken before when I got a cold,
Appreciate it.
and it's like because I didn't, and you know, and I'm not feeling bad or nothing. It was just a cold, but like there has been days where I get a certain guest on. I'm having a bad day,
Right.
and I really don't want to do it, but I still do it. But like I'm not gonna. They come here. You take time out of your day to come here. I'm not gonna sit here and like. No, every time somebody comes on here, I'm genuinely interested in talking to you.
Exactly.
And, you know, it's like, you were here to talk. I'm not going to
Right.
be the boring guest
Right.
when it's on my own show. No,
Right.
you know? But,
I think that if you're still stressed out about how the show works or how the show goes, that means you care about it.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If before coming up here, you're like, man, okay, like we need to get this set up right. We need to get this looking good. We need to. That means you actually give a shit.
Yeah. It's always been like that.
That's if that's been the case, then continue even when it sucks. That's where I'm at right now.
Yeah.
Until you find something that's different. That's where I'm at right now because, in all honesty, Brian, comedy doesn't pay, and podcasting, I'm sure, like pays when you have sponsors or when you're selling merch.
We're in the same boat.
Right.
Yeah.
Same business.
Entertainment.
Entertainment. Yeah. It doesn't pay, so there is like that realistic part of it where you're trying to figure out like what is this logically really doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
I see people in New York living on nothing doing comedy. And I'm like, this doesn't make sense. You have no money in your savings account. You have no health and like you have nothing. Or you're working waiter job or something. Yeah, man, as long as you can keep a roof over your head, like you really can sit down and experiment and try shit. And for the first time, I don't know how you feel, but for the first time, this is the longest thing I've committed to. Like, I've continued on.
Yeah.
If you do you feel that way?
I feel you. Yeah.
Like, before that, your life kind of was like, all right, I'm doing this, I'm going drinking, I'm going eating out, and then you go home and you're like, I didn't really achieve anything. And I always felt that feeling.
Yeah.
So with comedy, I genuinely feel like I'm bettering myself. I don't know. It's just I need to learn. I need to learn how to get better. Whether the future looks like I'm a touring comedian or whether the future looks like I'll end up doing something completely different. For now, comedy is this subject that's like not easy. Let's see how to go about it. So that's where I'm at. I hope that kind of, in the similarity of the struggles we have, the only difference is I started later than you.
Yeah.
So it sounds like we kind of have a similar, these questions. And I'm in the stage right now where I'm figuring it out too. It's just that I don't know what to say. I really think that this is something that takes time to figure out.
Yeah, you know, one thing my mom got me before I started the podcast is it's a frame. It's like a picture frame. It says, "Never give up because great things take time."
Yes.
And like earlier today, I was looking at it. I was just staring at it, and I feel in a way I don't. I feel like if I would sometimes, bro, there's days I would do want to walk away from this because I maybe not. I don't know if I get burned out, but it's been 6 months of constant work.
Yes.
When we're not, I work a job and I go to night school for electrical. So whenever I'm not working or doing school or homework, whatever, I'm doing this.
Okay.
I'm editing videos. So it's been 6 months of that.
It's a lot of work.
And it's like I've lost like. I don't really have, besides this, I don't really have a social life.
Right.
And maybe that's a good thing because my social life did end up, it just was full of drinking and partying and shit. So maybe it's been doing me a favor and it's been people my age and I get to get knowledge from older people. But I don't think I'm going to stop. I feel like at least I owe it to myself or like other people, at least like the year. We're 6 months in. I should probably at least finish the year.
Right.
And I think that would be a good time to reevaluate.
And to be honest, like I do see that you're like hitting the ground running. Like every time you have a guest, you immediately throw out the video. Like,
you know, it's been bad because right now I drop in. The reason why I drop a video every 3 days is because I don't want to annoy people's Instagram feeds or I want to give people the time to watch the episode. But this thing, I record so often that like this episode right here could take 3 weeks to come out.
Okay.
Not because I wanted to, but because I have like 10 videos in the drop before this one.
Right.
Because they just started stacking on so much. And I feel maybe if I had more time, I wouldn't be like that. But at the same time, if I drop every other day, people would get annoyed, you know?
Okay. So
I'm not sure. But like I always do upload videos. They may not be the most current ones, but I always am uploading videos.
Have you ever like? Do you ever take breaks?
No, I can't. Because when I do take a break, I feel like I gotta be doing something.
Right. Okay.
I don't know. It's like an ADHD thing type thing, but
yeah. I hear what you mean. Like, do you like? For me, like from comedy, it's very similar. Like, sometimes I'm like, I need to take a break. I need to date more. I don't have a social life. I don't have a dating life.
Yeah,
I really don't, because of it. And
I mean, I'm with you. Shit.
It's then but then I stop for a little bit, and I'm like, okay, I want to live a little. So I take a week, and then I'm like, man, I'm so rusty. I don't even know where to start. What's my left hand? Where's my right hand? Like, but taking breaks has definitely helped me because like it helped me de-stress from all the things that you're asking. You're like, what is this worth it? Why am I doing this? Taking like just natural, like just a healthy break just gives you your mind to wander, so you know so you realize you need to come back. Okay, you need to come back. I'm not doing something. You need to come back. But like, actually taking the time to give yourself a break, to like go out with someone or with a friend and like maybe take a trip or like travel somewhere, like that helped me, because when I take time off comedy and I come back and I'm like, oh shit, I'm rusty. I gotta be in panic mode, and then I'm like, all right, we're writing jokes. We gotta. Oh my god, I suck. This is all bad. These jokes suck. And you go in and you're like, okay, this went better than I thought when I do the show, or like, oh, this went awful. Maybe I should continue working. So for me, I took a break. I take sometimes breaks from comedy just to know what it's like to also be a person.
Yeah.
That's, like I told you, I came here and I did a lot of things the right way, and I kind of a lot of things I feel like dating and stuff, like I was missing out on it, like making friends, definitely missed out on it.
Yeah.
So I to me, this is important, comedy, sure, but like I'm really trying to be a human being too, and that's when I realized that's when I realized I have to take breaks.
Yeah. You know, I guess breaks for us, we've taken maybe 2 breaks, but they've been like a week.
Okay. Damn.
But even after that, even like that week,
shit, you guys are grinding.
It'll feel like, yo, it felt like it's been the longest since we've
right,
recorded.
this podcast is dead.
Because
you're probably like, this podcast is like, we're done. Right.
You know, it's just maybe not exactly like that. I think like the time we had taken a break, we just go a week without recording. We come back. I come back. And I'm like I don't know. Like I felt like the week felt too long. I don't know. I think the reason why I do enjoy this is like I don't like being at home. I feel like I don't like being at home. You know, that's why I picked up a really bad drinking habit, because I just wanted to get out of my house, and the alcohol, the bar was given to me. I had all access to it. You're 17, 18 with access to a bar, and you get to meet people there, drink, get drunk. I took advantage of that 4 days a week,
right?
Sometimes probably even more.
Uh-huh.
But like, just because I didn't want to be in the house, but like,
yeah. But you saw that life doesn't do anything. Right?
Yeah,
it doesn't. Like drinking Corona and stuff, like having fun.
And it's not even fun. It just became a habit.
Right. It just became like a thing you have to do.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You get home from work,
things like that.
Get home from work, shower, and hit it. And I was doing that shit since I was in high school.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, no, it's a hell yeah. Trust me. But but ever since doing this, I mean, all my bad habits went away. I don't even really drink no more. Like last time I drink was probably.
Bro, I gotta say, bro, I commend you for like stopping at 18. Like,
yeah,
like that's when you're like, shit. People figure that out way later, dude.
My body cannot take straight liquor no more.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, nah, even for my 18th birthday, we were at a party and like my friend was like, yo, take the shots, bro. I could not down the shots.
Dog, this guy can take all the liquor in the world, bro. This guy is like a veteran, United States veteran of liquor, bro. That's all he does. He walks with a bottle.
What's your go-to liquor?
Yeah, man. He got me on it too.
Yeah. What's your go-to?
I mean, generally, I don't drink like that.
Yeah.
But now, every time with him, now I'm like, all right, folks, Gentleman Jack. But now I'm also taking a break from everything. So
yeah,
from alcohol and stuff. It's common in the culture.
Yeah.
It's so common in the culture, and it's romanticized, and let's go have a drink. It's fun. But yeah, I kind of reminisce how, like, when I lived in a Muslim country, like, people would have fun without it.
Yeah.
How?
Because they can't. It's illegal over there, right?
You can't. It's against the faith. You can drink. You can find alcohol. It's just against the faith, against Islam. So, like, Islam doesn't allow it. So, people had to find ways to have fun without it. And I was like, well, if they can do it, why can't we? And something about America, in the air, there's substance abuse everywhere. It's in the air. It's in the culture. Let's take pills. Let's take mushrooms. Let's take Adderall. Let's take, antidepressant. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let's just snort everything.
Yeah.
Jelly beans, dude.
jelly beans.
Dude, licorice jelly beans.
No, you're right. They snort candy for sure. You know the Smarties.
Oh shit!
You ever heard about that?
No.
So like this was back when I was in school. They would get the Smarties, crush them up, and snort them like cocaine. Damn. Swear to God. Yeah.
Wow.
I never did it because I wasn't like a dumbass or anything, but like they definitely did that shit.
Dude, imagine snorting Smarties. Like, you know, it's got the chocolate, and it, like one big chocolate stays in your nose, and it's like you just snorted poop.
You know, it's not even chocolate. It's almost like a, I don't know. It's like a small little pill. It's like a pill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't it like colorful and the chocolate's inside? Yeah, yeah.
I don't think there's no chocolates in it. Unless they have
Oh.
chocolate ones. I may be wrong.
Or maybe you guys have a different version of Smarties.
Yeah,
You all have GMOs and shit in the Smarties. That's why.
Yo, right? You could say the food over there is a lot more fresher. Because they like, or
It's a small country, so you can get like better quality food. It's not like Walmart.
it's like local produce, right?
Or like
Yeah.
all imported. It's a desert, so they don't produce much. But everything is imported from India, Pakistan, you know, other Arab countries and stuff, Egypt and such. So food is better.
Yeah.
But here you get so much options, but like you have 350 million people. Like you got to feed them all, so the food quality is not.
And they fucking get chickens. They birth chickens, but in 2 weeks they're already like monster size. I watched a documentary on that. It's crazy how they drug them up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I moved to Harrisonburg. Like that's the first town I lived in, Harrisonburg. A lot of immigrants there, and it's got the largest turkey processing in the world.
Oh shit.
And the turkeys look ginormous, bro. Like, and the chickens are all unnaturally sized. I'm like, man. People too, man. People are.
Oh shit! Question time.
Oh shit! Question time. All right. So who picks up the paper?
You do. You're the
Okay.
guest.
Do I ask you?
No, you pick it up, read it,
Boom,
and answer.
boom, boom. Blue is my favorite color, so let's go.
See. My handwriting is bad. I apologize in advance.
The handwriting is like a 14-year-old.
Yeah. It's probably a 4-year-old handwriting.
Long, boring life or short and fun life?
Look, when we ask this question, gets picked a lot now, but yeah, that's what it says. So
I don't know why I did that.
it looks bad.
No, it's fine. I'm not trying to show everybody that your handwriting's awful. No, that's not what I'm trying to do. Okay.
There's one in there that says, it says like, what are your biggest pet peeves? And instead it says, what are your biggest pet perverts? I swear to God.
Every pet's a pervert, but
Okay.
Dog, so many times my cat passed away, but so many times I didn't kill her, but like so many times, like I would be in the why is he laughing? So many times I'm in the shower, I'm in like in my tub, and the cat just walks in and stares at my dick. Why is that okay? That's a pervert.
But they probably don't even know what it is. They're like, damn, we got an extra thumb. Look, with that question, that you actually have restrictions. Like you're restricted to do anything fun forever.
Okay.
Or short fun life limits yours. Let's just say you financially free. You got 7 years to live. You can do whatever the fuck you want.
7 years.
Or you got, I don't know, 50 years, but you can't go out, can't do nothing fun. Anything that might bring you excitement, probably won't be able to do it.
Like having kids.
That if that's fun to you,
no,
you're a better man than I am.
No, I'm not better than anyone. No. I maybe better than him, but like yeah, that would have been my trajectory if I stayed just on like being an engineer.
Long, boring life.
I think so because there's not a lot of risk. There's not a lot of, I mean, short life is cool, man, but I feel like there's so much more that you could do. There's so much, like, 'cause to me, it's not just comedy, Brian. It's like, you know, if I were able to make some money, can I do some philanthropy? Can I bring in some immigrants? There's a lot of things that I feel like you could do. But I'm not at the point to even understand where to start with that. So, man, I feel like, goddamn, long, boring life.
Honestly, I say short, boring life. And on my last day, I'd probably skydive,
Skydive?
shrooms, strippers, cocaine.
Okay.
Yeah, if I'm gonna go out, I'm
So,
gonna go out.
so like, would you skydive with a stripper?
I might have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And hold hands.
No, probably more than hold hands.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Probably
Yeah.
be holding my big thumb.
Yeah. No cats here. No cats to swat your thumb, dude.
Hey, would that officially be me joining the Mile High Club?
Yeah,
Right?
dude, that's
Yeah.
gangster, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Palm Jumeirah, you know the palm tree? You skydive from, and you're overlooking the palm tree in Dubai.
Yeah.
That's where you got to do it. Russian
hell yeah.
prostitutes, cats.
I gotta go to Germany. I heard it's fun.
Oh, that you mean in Amsterdam or Germany?
Actually, there's one in Amsterdam. There's one in
Oh, yeah.
Berlin.
Oh yeah.
Amsterdam is the most famous one in the world, though. I think.
Yeah, it's the
Yeah.
gangster one. No,
Yeah.
my brother just moved to Frankfurt like 4 weeks ago,
Oh shit.
and he loves Germany, bro. He says, man, the culture is great. Like they really built this country well, and they built themselves for success. And he says they got all kinds of. He's like, man, everything you can recycle everything. Like you can recycle plastic 1, you can recycle plastic 2. He's a little autistic, you know. He puts up fucking things in the shapes, and you know that autistic type of person is
Yeah.
like him. But I was like, damn, dude, you're trying to be more American, you know, westernized. Like, what are
Yeah.
you gonna become a Christian now and marry a German lady? He's like, nah, man, I'm not gonna. I'm already married.
Yeah.
Like if I married a German woman, I'd just be more Muslim. Because we got 4.
That's probably a funny joke. I'm just too stupid to
Yeah,
understand.
no,
it.
no. Maybe the joke's not funny.
Either
I can
or.
also, no, you're not. But I need to tell him about this red light district in Germany. His
Yeah.
wife will really not be happy about it.
Oh, I'm sure he'll be happy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He's a Muslim. I don't know if he fucks with that.
But what's one of the best jokes you got? Maybe like when you're on stage and you got the crowd going. What's one of your favorite go-to jokes?
Yeah. Man, I walk in a crowd, man. I stare at them, and I'm like, man, I know what you guys are thinking. Like, why is the vape shop guy here? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm on break, motherfucker.
Oh my
Or
God.
sometimes I like talk to them about like, so my buddy John's right here.
Uh-huh.
This is my best friend. Just John's a veteran, American
really?
veteran.
Well, thank you for your service.
Thank you for yeah. So he was deployed to Iraq, which is where I'm from.
Okay.
And so I'm from Iraq, and there actually isn't a lot of like comedians from Iraq because John shot them all. But like I shot all of his homies too, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of sometimes like
You return the favor.
yeah, just like. But the thing is, they kill 50 and you kill 1. That's like it's not okay. You kill one of them, they're like, okay, we gotta kill all of you. No, but we're cool, man. We're cool. Like sometimes we drink together and like play like fun. I like to play fun drinking games. You'd like to do that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like
Love
with him and I, like we play this like really fun American games called waterboarding.
Waterboard.
Yeah, that's where you put a towel on someone and like you drain their face with water. It's like a torture tactic,
What
but
the
I like
fuck?
to enjoy it.
How was that fun?
Because we're all fucked in the head. That's why it's fun. Imagine getting drunk and just torturing somebody.
Nah, I'm
No?
good. No.
Well, it's fun in my book.
What's a crazy drug story you got?
Drunk or
Drunk.
drug?
Every time I say it, people question it. Does it
Yeah.
sound like I'm saying drug?
It's a language barrier, bro.
Yeah, right.
They probably think you're from like China or something.
Yeah, but it was a crazy drug story. When last time I asked that, they thought I said crazy Trump story, and we started talking about Trump. What was a crazy drug story you got?
I don't really dabble with drugs. Mostly just drinking. Every once in a while, like I would, have a drink or like, yeah. I don't really dabble with stuff like that a lot.
What about the crazy drunk story?
Crazy drunks.
It don't even gotta be crazy. It could just be like, one of those memorable stories.
Usually I don't remember, but man, drinking, shindigs, the zoo. Oh yeah, wait, did we get drunk at the zoo?
The fuck?
Yeah, bro. Him and I.
Drunk at the zoo.
Okay, that is funny when you say
Yo,
it.
what the fuck?
Yeah, bro. No, this motherfucker right here, bro. Okay.
Yo, let's go to the zoo. That's great. Let's grab some bananas
He's
on the way
like,
there.
he's like, can I get some Hennessy? Dog, we were at the Washington Zoo. I swear to God, I was like, yo, let's check out the zoo. I want to see some monkeys.
Yeah.
Okay. I love monkeys, bro. I think that would be my favorite pet to have. Like,
I say that all the time.
right?
Too. Yeah.
That's why you want to go to the Emirates. They all got monkeys there.
Oh,
bro.
yeah. Yo, I forgot. My boy Cameron back then, David, he's over here clouding on me for the monkeys.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Hey, monkeys are fire, dog.
No, dude. Literally, monkeys are like your homies.
I want to train him to like crack open beers for me.
Oh shit, that's gangs. I've seen Arabs. There's a video of Arabs where they dress the monkey in Arabian, like the Arabian thobe, the white.
I have seen
and
that.
they make
yeah.
him smoke weed.
I
That's
have
gangster.
seen that.
Yeah. That's how they got him in. But what were we talking about? Balls. What were we talking about, Brian?
Crazy drunk story.
The zoo, bro.
Yeah, the zoo.
We're in the Washington Zoo. I was trying to go to the Washington Zoo.
Yeah.
And this motherfucker right here is like, man, I want some Hennessy. I'm like, who drinks Hennessy in a fucking zoo? People are like, let me get some vitamin water. Let me get some like, a smoothie or something.
Yeah.
And I go with him. We go to the store. We get a thing of liquor. There's an Ethiopian guy working. It's DC. Everyone's Ethiopian. Yeah. Trump is Ethiopian.
Shit. Is he? Oh, okay. I'm about to say, you got
everybody's Ethiopian.
Don't make me look dumb on here. I was like, damn.
No. Ethiopians are black. So with this Ethiopian guys there, John is like trying to buy alcohol from the Ethiopian guy.
Okay.
And then he's like, man, you got a bag or something, like some discreet. And the guy tries to give him a shitty paper bag. He's like, come on, man, you gonna do me like that?
Yeah.
Give me some where I can hide that shit. So he bullies the guy. You see, like he's 6'3". He's like a GTA character. He bullies the guy into giving him like a Crown Royal, like brand new Crown Royal bag. And we go into the zoo. Dog, I end up drinking with him. I don't watch no monkey. I don't go look at nobody. We're just sitting at the steps where they're looking at tigers and shit. There's people and kids and stuff like that. And we're like two alcoholics who got the bottle behind us just taking sips, just swig the bottle. I'm like, dog, someone is going to catch us. Yeah. He's like, if you act chill, no one's going to fuck with you. Like, if you act normal and you're drinking but you're doing it discreet, even if the guards see you, no one's going to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No one's going to
Yeah.
do anything. Yeah, so that's and I got drunk at the zoo.
That's a nice story.
I mean, people have.
You should tell that at your comedy show.
Yeah.
That's definitely a good one.
Definitely tried. No one laughed, but definitely tried that one. Yeah, dog. Yeah, that's
probably something that has to be on my bucket list before I go. Getting drunk at the zoo.
Yeah, before you leave the United States.
Before I leave Earth.
Get drunk at the zoo.
I definitely will. Yo, what's been like one of the most embarrassing or like memorable moments while you're doing stand up? Maybe like a heckler or like maybe you fucked up really bad.
Dog, I got black chicks hitting on me, bro. At the fucking thing. When I'm like performing, and sometimes I'll be like, "Hey, what's up? Hey, you smoke weed? Hey." Yeah. Sometimes like that shit. I had the funny bone, dog. I was like 300 people. Okay, I was at a competition at the Clash of the Comics at the Funny Bone. It was like November 19th.
Okay.
I was doing my joke. I was like, "Hey, any of you smoke weed?" And this like chick just like starts like just like talking loud. Yeah. And I was like, "Hell yeah, talk to me after the show." And then I was like, "Damn, you look good." I was like, "I'm just playing. I can't see you. I see your teeth." And then everybody's laughing.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, but,
it's funny though.
But then we ended up shagging, so that's cool.
Oh hell yeah!
No, I'm just.
Oh shit! No, that's racist. Nah, but man, right? Do you ever go to like certain comedy clubs and you walk in and you're like, man, I can't say no racist jokes here.
I'm not gonna say it's racist jokes, but just like
dark
cultural.
Humor.
Yeah, dark humor. I would say. Oh man, my favorite club, my favorite place is in Newport News. It's called Kazi's Comedy Club.
Kazi's.
Yes.
Okay.
It's the first comedy club in Virginia.
Oh shit.
It's a small spot. I don't know how much it sits, man, but everybody there is like fucked in the head. They're all like working class people, military, like shipyard, like normal plumbers. They're normal breed of society.
Yeah.
And dude, they're ready to laugh at anything. So I be going in saying wild shit.
Yeah.
And bro, they're just, I love that shit. I love doing comedy in small American towns. Because there I get to tell my story and I get to say the wildest shit.
Yeah.
And to them it's like, holy fuck, like this is the first time we meet someone from Iraq. Wow, we didn't know that they have a sense of humor. So that's where it's fun for me. Then you meet the people afterwards. And
I think if I were to go do stand-up like at a small
town.
country show, like a small town,
Yeah.
and I go out there, I'm the first Mexican, they'll probably be like, he's one of the good ones.
Yeah, bro, my whole life in America, they think I'm one of the good ones. And it's good when you get the white people to think like that. You get jobs and money and a lot of credit. You get credit, you build credit.
When people say to you, you're one of the good ones, do you take that as a compliment?
No, I mean, in the beginning, I was like, oh, yes, I am good.
Yeah.
And then I realized, like,
they're shitting on your whole
nation.
culture.
Like, but how do you respond to that? Like, how do you respond when someone says you're one of the... Obviously, you're like, no, we're actually educated. Like, we have degrees. We're not all, like, there's a small percentage of us that went batshit, right?
Yeah.
And you can understand that. Like, if you have a country where, like, the place is constantly getting bombed, you're going to have people that are be like, fuck it, like, I got nothing to lose. I'm going to go crazy.
Yeah.
But most of us, dog, like, most of, like, when I look at my family and I look at people around us, like, most of the people were, like, doctors or engineers or, like, people that made something of themselves. And a lot of people here don't know that. They don't know that we are also like this, you know? So a lot of mathematicians, a lot of, computer scientists, programmers, right? So when people say you're one of the good ones, it's definitely like an insult, like, because we're not. People think like there's third world country, these are refugees, or these are, like factory. You know what I'm saying? It's the same stereotype, Mexican. Same thing. You don't like that?
Yeah. No, I mean, sometimes I take it as a compliment.
I think he enjoys being called one of the good ones. I think you think you're better than him.
No,
that's when you're like, he's one of the good ones. Yeah.
But what's something that most people, or actually people that aren't comics, don't really know about doing stand-up? Something probably I wouldn't know.
It's actually, all the stuff you see is actually prepared work. That's the one thing I didn't know. See, people that start in stand-up are like, okay, I started because everybody said I'm a funny person, I make people laugh, which is what I would do. But then you realize when you go on stage, you actually have to have like a list of stuff.
Yeah.
And these are rehearsed jokes. It's an act. It's like theater to an extent. Like, it's not that much prep. Like, you're not prepping. But every joke you have is a joke you rehearsed. So when you see a comedian do it, he's done that joke a lot of times. But to you, you're an audience member. You just saw this. So it's brand new. So you're living in the moment of whatever he's creating.
Yeah.
That's the one. It's written, rehearsed jokes. It's not, I'm going to go on stage and just, I'm a funny person. I'm a free ball it. I'm going to just talk to the crowd. Because there are times when you talk to the crowd and they want nothing to do with you. They just want to hear jokes.
Makes sense.
That's the part of it that I realized. I'm like, wow, this is work.
Yeah.
I do need to put in the effort. In college, I didn't put much effort. I was writing something, and then I would like, okay, I'll figure it out on stage. Mm-hmm. And then people would be laughing, and they're like, oh, Sami, you're funny. Then I watched the clip. I'm like, I barely had laughs. This is not good. That's when you realize you need to write, and then you need to rehearse, and then you need to revisit the joke at another time.
Yeah.
That was the one thing I was like, this is actually work. This is not easy.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I realized.
I think that's with anything, though. Because, like, you know how you told me earlier, if you still check to make sure that looks good and that looks good, it's because you care.
Right.
If you still look over your jokes and make sure, okay, I'm practicing them, that still shows that you care.
Right.
So, in a way, it is always going to be like that thought that you want it to come out good. You want it to be appealing to other people. You want to make them laugh.
Right.
I mean, shit. That's how it goes, though. There's probably some comics. When at Basic City, I've been there a few times. I just see people go up there with, like, paper and pencil, notepad.
Yes.
And maybe some of them are the first time. Some people look like they've never really done it before. I can't really say much because I've never done it before. But some people don't look like they even prepare.
Yes.
You know,
It's not a place. It's a place you sometimes go in there, you prepare, and like it all goes to shit immediately because like somebody says
See,
something, it throws you off.
It is. See, I guess for the comic, yeah. For the crowd, it's kind of funny to us.
Of course.
Yeah.
Where else do you get to see someone live being shit on?
Yeah.
Nowhere.
Uh-huh.
Mosque, church, grocery store, Walmart. Like
Yeah.
where?
Nah.
So to people, like seeing misery is fun.
Yeah.
Someone in pain. Like for me, what do you like to do in the snow?
In the
When there's a snow day.
Stay home.
Stay home.
Nah, but I mean, like, probably throw a couple snowballs.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See how far I can throw one.
Yeah, that's cool, man. Everybody has like a certain activity, something going on. Like, for me, it's just like I like to walk, like, watch old people fall. Like, that's really my favorite, like, snow act. That really brings joy to me.
Yeah.
Like an old person, like, breaking a knee or something. That's fun.
That sounds real fun.
Yeah, so that's the equivalent of Basic City.
Uh-huh.
It's seeing someone in pain.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or, like, looking at someone's, like, dog, like a small dog, and you're like, just flick it. Just kick it.
You know, what will be your dream? Oh, question time.
Question time.
And then I got a question for you after.
All right. Pink. Let's do pink. Feeling pink right now. Worst date you went on?
This is a good one. What's the worst day you've been on?
Worst date. How about this? I'll tell you the best date.
Okay.
And then what happens after.
All right.
I meet a girl. It's very hard for me to date and relate with people for me. Like,
Cultural difference?
yeah.
Okay.
Or just to like for attraction to build. I found this one woman. She was amazing, bro.
Uh-huh.
She was Muslim. She was American. She converted to Islam. And we went to this burger place. And you ever have a date so good that like you're eating and you're just quiet, you're not talking because you're having such a fun time?
I don't know. I don't think that's exactly a good thing. I think if you're comfortable, yeah.
Yes, I'm basically comfortable.
Okay, then yeah.
I'm so
yeah.
comfortable on a first date. Never happens to me. Like that,
Okay.
right? We have this magical date. You know, we go there and then we go by the river and then we're like, you know, chilling and stuff. No kissing, no touch. She's Muslim, so like,
Yeah.
I'm not really religious, so she's being the religious person. So we're not kissing, and you're just getting to know the person.
Good
and I
old
was
way.
like, God, I love that shit. It feels like home. It feels like this innocent thing that I can never get here or can't get here.
Uh-huh.
Everything here is like, let's drink and, you know. Or
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm not a big fan of like hookup culture and stuff. That was the best date I ever had. Few months later, that girl passes away.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Sorry to hear that.
So that's she dies, and so that's a good way to make this podcast fun for people.
Fun.
I'm just
Oh,
playing with it.
shit.
That's how they get the
Wait,
energy down.
you guys weren't dating when she passed away, were you?
No. It
Okay.
ended.
Yeah.
It didn't last long, but she does pass away.
Oh shit.
And that's
Was that like a car accident or?
motorcycle, which is kind of cool.
Hey, for a girl, that's pretty badass. But
You know what I'm saying?
like, if she rode a motorcycle, she probably rode
Gangsta.
something else. Yeah, but like I had a friend that passed away last year in a motorcycle accident.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, real young.
I'm sorry, man.
Yeah,
I'm
but
sorry.
it's crazy. Like with motorcycles, like it's hard. You're probably more likely to get in an accident than not to.
Man, I one time flipped a 4x4 and
Uh-huh.
I saw it land on me. But I fell into a perfectly U-shaped hole that
Yeah.
held me, and I could watch the motorcycle, the Banshee. What do you call him? It's 4 tires,
It's a four wheeler.
4-wheeler.
Yeah, 4-wheeler.
It's like heavy. This thing can crush you and
Yeah.
kill you. And I could see it fall. And I was like, okay, I'm dying.
Yeah.
And then it just hits the corners of the hole
Oh shit.
and flips over and drives itself.
You know
off.
that happened to me too, but I was like 10 years old. I had my
Bro, I feel like you lived a life. Like, what the fuck? You're 10 years old. You quit everything at 18. You're committed at fucking 6 months. And what the fuck?
No, it was like, so my uncle lives out in Noakesville. It's a real like country area, a lot of
Okay.
land. So they got like a couple acres, and they have they have some 4-wheelers, right?
Mhm.
And I guess they made like this dirt ramp. They made like a ramp for the 4-wheeler. So I was just you know,
flooring it.
I just flew. I don't think I went too fast, because if I went faster, I probably would have happened. But I went up the ramp and like went forward. The back came like that, and me and my cousin both fell off of it. And he was like 2 years younger than me. He's like 8, so it could have went worse. But it was fun times.
Bro, at this trajectory, you need to move to Dubai at 18.
Yeah.
Get married at 23. Get divorced at 24. Like, it just feels like you're accelerated life. Like, you're just living it. That's why you're doing the short and fun, right?
Yeah, probably.
You almost killed your brother. He's 8 years old.
He was my cousin.
Okay,
but, you know, like,
cousin.
yeah, it could have been worse. I'm surprised no one broke nothing. But
Damn.
you know, what's like maybe one of the biggest lessons you've learned in your life?
If you ever want to understand the culture of any group, you have to understand what makes them laugh. So, I would say when I was an immigrant, I would say I was somewhat successful in just relating to people, building friendships, contacts with different races. Because I grew up watching television, and Bernie Mac here, Seinfeld here, and you start understanding what makes this group laugh. And in my head, I was like, I want to get the most amount of group of people on my side.
Yeah.
So the more I hung out with them or more watched their television, the more I actually understood their culture. And when you go into a tribe where no one knows you, you have to dress and not change who you are, but show that you are willing to learn their traditions. In their case, this culture and stuff. And in doing so, they will accept you, and you build your social capital. You build your network that way.
Yeah.
That was one of the lessons that that really, like, I was like, this makes a lot of sense for me, and it works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
So every time, let's say you move Emirates and stuff, spend some time to see what makes these people laugh, and you will be successful in building contacts in anything.
Because you could. It's almost like faking it until you make it.
It's more of like, if I can make this person laugh, they will like me, and I will have this as a contact, and it will introduce you and stuff like this. Blah 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 blah.
That makes sense.
Yes.
You know, what is like a piece of advice you wish you had listened to?
I wish I listened to. To be honest, I just wish I tried more things earlier, but I'm at a point now where I'm like kind of accept, like, I'm just happy for the trajectory of how life is going.
Yeah.
Like, I'm happy everything happened that led to this. So I don't really look at it as like, I wish I did. I know people say that, and people, maybe I need to reflect more, but I never look at life like what, I wish this. I'm more at a point now where I did this a lot. That's how I'm slowly like weaning off of it, and like, hey, everything I did led to this.
Yeah.
So why should I regret, you know? So that's where I'm at right now, Brian. That's
Hey, but at least, you know, live life with no regrets, though.
yeah, no, I mean, that's what it feels like. I mean, of course, I'm like, oh, maybe I should have done this. Maybe I should have posted more. Maybe I should have had a release schedule more, been more on my shit, more on my calendar and stuff. But I kind of live kind of day by day. I'm not very good with calendars and stuff like that. So, and that has kind of brought me bad and fun results.
Yeah.
Good and bad type stuff. So that's where I'm at right now with everything.
You know,
Brian.
Lastly, was there something you wanted to talk about that I didn't bring up? Before I ask the last question. Something I ask everybody on here.
Yeah, so you asked me about my move. We talked about that. We talked about school, work, comedy. Perceptions, Hispanics and Arabs. Jobs. We kind of covered a lot, man.
I tried to.
Yeah. That's good. It's not just comedy.
Yeah.
You're like, hey, who are you as a person?
Yeah.
That's, I like that
There
shit.
might be a lot of people that know you from doing stand-up. They just see you, but they don't know who you are.
Right.
They know your stand-up presence, but they don't really know who you are.
So who I am, Brian, so I left when I was 18. I'm 25 now. I haven't seen my family since.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's been 7 years now. Last month.
You still talk to them? Like you still contact them and stuff?
Yeah, I talk to them almost every other day.
Yeah.
But the U.S. can feel like a very lonely place.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, man. This country is actually very hard, and when you don't have the language, if you don't have the language, you're screwed.
Yeah.
Socially, you're screwed. You can't, if you can't make contacts with the people that speak the language, you're just gonna struggle. So I came here with the language, and I still struggled. That's so. So yeah, man. So left the family, started working, and then started doing comedy. That's kind of the main thing about me.
Yeah.
It's like, I want to be like, you feel like you belong here, but you're still like a tree branch that's fallen off from where it should be. You know, there's like a family tree, and you're the first one. You're like the first. It's not like even like zero generation. You're like the only one here.
Yeah.
That it's weird sometimes seeing people hang out with their families and stuff. Like you're like, whoa, this. I'm just gonna numb myself from this. Like people with their Christmas and their Thanksgivings and stuff with the family. Oh, my brother and I are going to travel to this island and we're gonna have fun and stuff. Like, bro, I haven't seen my brother in 7 years. Like, I don't even know. They're married. One of them has a kid. I don't even know what they look like. Like. Yeah. How they changed, how my parents look like. That's the one part that I feel like is like, I feel like was this biggest sacrifice.
You know, I'm a big believer you get what you put in. So like if you put in the sacrifice and if you're willing to not see your family for some years, sacrifice, work hard, all that will come back to you. And then the day you do go out there, I mean it'll be worth it, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I hope so. I hope so.
That's how life goes.
Yeah.
But lastly, if you had the chance to give the whole world a message, what would it be?
Oh man. Yeah, when I came here, I was very angry, like, because I was alone and stuff. Like I looked at everybody like, oh, look at all these privileged kids complaining about nothing. They got their families with them. They pay in-state tuition.
Yeah.
Like they have health insurance. I'm like struggling to put this all together. I was very judgmental and I was very angry of people.
Okay.
And then, because I come from like a country that was at war. So naturally, you look at everyone else with envy. Look at these kids born here; they have a good life, and you had to leave your family. Like, what is my message? Like, is like, you can't continue looking at someone's life that they're better than yours. That was just like the hand that they were dealt.
Yeah.
What can you change? Why you can't hate someone because they have a better life than you.
Yeah.
Or they have better starting consequences. They have better starting circumstances. So if I stayed being hateful of others, I probably wouldn't been very good at making contacts. I probably would have been wanting to be friends with white people, to be honest.
Yeah.
But that wasn't the way to be successful and stuff. So that's my message. Probably I didn't. Yeah, this is genuinely what I believe, Brian. In addition to needing to learn the culture, in order to understand a culture, you need to understand the people's comedy. What makes them laugh?
Yeah.
Yeah. So those are my main two things.
Well, Sammy, I appreciate
Awesome,
your
man.
life coming
Thank
on,
you
bro.
so much, Brian. So do we like dance around now? Do we do like a quinceañera? Bad Bunny, Baghdad money?
So
that's
Bad
what
Bunny
they call
want to be
me.
bad, but like, but yeah, bro, I appreciate your life for taking time out of your day to come on
God
here.
bless, man. Thank you so much for this.
I appreciate
this
you.
was fun.
Yeah, for sure. This is one of my favorite ones. You know,
I'm so glad,
real,
man.
It was real.
Yeah, because I think we both got to talk about things that are
probably relate to in a bit.
Struggling with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
I understand that.
Some things you said, I feel like I really needed to hear. But I appreciate you guys so much for watching. We out. Later.
Boom.